Hi everyone, welcome to the first chapter of ZW3D training series. In this chapter, I'll introduce ZW3D user interface and the basic operations, including mouse behavior, shortcut keys, and the essential configurations. By mastering these fundamentals, you'll be well prepared to navigate the software efficiently and set up your workspace to suit your design needs. Before diving into details, I'd like to give you a quick demonstration. Using a simple part modeling example, I'll show you just how efficient and fast the design process can be once you're familiar with the software. Now let's start remodeling. First step, let's create a new part. And then we start from making a sketch. Here we can use mouse gesture. The first shape will be a rectangle. We also use the mouse gesture. And then we make the quick dimension 80, 50. We can double click to zoom all. And we continue to create a slot. This time we use the shortcut key S for slot. And we quickly dimension the slot. The length will be 60. And the radius will be R5. Okay. And next we make a constraint. We make this point and this center point to be symmetric to the y-axis. Okay. And we continue to create another circle. 15. Okay. And the rectangle again. And we quickly make the dimension 10 millimeter for the width. And for the length, we add another dimension. It will be 5. And then we add the fillet. We use the chain fillet command, also by shortcut key F. And we press Shift to chain select. And the radius will be 10. Okay. And we continue to create the circles in the 4 corners. We also call out circles. 5. Okay. And we can use the middle mouse button to repeat the last command circle. Okay. And we use Control to select both circles, and then we right click to mirror to the x-axis. Okay. Now it's finished. And here you can switch on or switch off the constraint belt. Now black means well defined, just like SolidWorks. Okay, we can go back. And we use extrude. We can extrude all of the sketch, or we can use the close profile by checking this little switcher. And then we can switch to the close profiles, just like this. Okay. But in this case, we will just select the whole sketch, and it will recognize the biggest close ring and make a solid. This one is more convenient than SolidWorks. And then next, we will make the fillets. We also use fillets here or from the mouse gesture. And here we press Shift to chain select. Again, for the bottom. Okay. Finish. And for the slot in the middle, we also want to add fillet to the edges. So we press the middle button, and here we use the window pick. Now you can see all of these 11 edges has been selected, and we can set the radius 2.5. Finish. Now this part has been created. So next, I will show you how to customize your workspace in ZW3D to maximally keep your SolidWorks user habit and increase the design efficiency. Before we start the workspace customization, we have to know the UI first. In the top is the menu. We can find some frequently used commands from the menu, like file-related commands. And you can fold or unfold it. And the lower area is the ribbon. So most commands and most features you can find in the ribbon. And here actually you can see I have to do some customization. So the name of the ribbon is exactly the same as SolidWorks, like feature, surfaces, direct editing, sheet metal, weldment, and even MBD dimensions, and evaluate. Later I'll show you how to do the customization. And in the top right area, you can see a command search bar. Here you can search all the commands you need. For example, if we search extrude, and we can call out the extrude directly. Here you can see. And a little more right is the configuration. You can see the little gear. And later I'll also show you some very practical configurations you can set to increase your efficiency. And if you look a little lower, there are some toolbars. And most importantly, you have to know the filters, object filters. Now let me show you the usage of the filters. For example, now we call out move command. And if you don't set the filters and you select the top face, actually you will move just a face. If you want to move the shape, you have to use the filter to filter out shape. Now it will be shape moving. That's the usage of the filter. And in the left area is the history manager. You can see all the modeling features here and also the objects here. And if we look at the top of the graphic area, you can see we call DA toolbar. It's similar as SolidWorks. Here you can set, for example, the display mode, like shaded or wireframe. Of course, you can use the shortcut keys. For example, for wireframe and shaded, we can switch by Ctrl+F. And a little bit right, you can see the view angles, top view, left view, front view, isometric view, and etc. And most importantly is the F9, auto align. It will align to the nearest planar face. For example, we can have a try F9. You can see it will go to the nearest planar face and align with it. And another small trick is double click in the blank area. You can see it will zoom all. This is very convenient comparing to SolidWorks. And in the bottom right, you can see a little computer icon. Actually, it's a browser. And also the toolbar in ZW3D is called Standard Parts Library or Reuse Library. It's also here. You can see Standard Parts Library. And also the Layer Manager is also here. And from ZW3D 2025, the part attribute is also listed here. You can see user attribute, standard attribute, and also physical attribute is in here. You can set it directly. Now you already get a general idea of the UI, and next I will show you how to customize the UI. Here you can right-click in the blank area of the ribbon and select Customize. And here you can find 5 tabs under the Customize window. The first one is Command. Here you can see all the commands in ZW3D are listed here. And you can select to show the commands under different modules. And the second one is Transfer. Here is the key to customize the interface. For example, now I will show you how to customize the ribbon. We unfold the ribbon, and here you can see the different tabs. And here we can rename the tabs. And also, we can unfold the tab. Here you can see we have several different panels. Basic shape, engineering feature, edit shape. If we want to put another command into basic shape, we can just drag. For example, here we can drag add shape into the basic shape panel. You can see we have one more commands in the panel. If we click apply, you can see actually we have another command under the basic shape panel of feature tab. And since you were a SolidWorks user, so you must get used to the section switcher here. So actually we can also do the customization. We unfold the DA toolbar, main window, and here we can search the section. Here we can use the type of all section, and we add this section view and also section on-off switcher, and we apply. Here you can see we have the section command and also section on-off switcher. And you can use the same way to do the rest of the workspace customization. And the next tab is hotkeys. This one is relatively easy to understand. You can just set the shortcut keys in this tab. And the next one is mouse. By default, ZW3D has different mouse behavior comparing to SolidWorks, but it's no problem. We can do the adjustment in here. For example, for pen in SolidWorks, it's Control plus the middle mouse button. We can also set it here. And the others is the same way. You can do the rest of the customization. But for me, I get used to it, so I just switch back. And if you use ZW3D for the first time, you will find the middle button, actually it will repeat the last command. So if you don't get used to it, you can just uncheck it. And also if you want to reverse the mouse wheel, you can also check or uncheck this option. And also double click to zoom out. Personally, I think it's very useful. So I suggest you to check it. And the last tab is the quick operations, including mouse gesture and the shortcut bar, just like SolidWorks. And for mouse gesture, it's very easy to manipulate. We just drag the commands, drag in or just drag out. And maximally it supports 12 commands in one mouse gesture. And also the mouse gesture is related to the environment. For different environment, the mouse gesture can be different. And for the shortcut bar, it's the same. You can drag in and drag out. For the shortcut bar, the call out button is Z. If you press Z in the keyboard, it will call out. Okay, now you already know how to customize your workspace. And next, I will show you some practical configurations which can increase your design efficiency. We click on the little gear. The first one I want to show you is from the Part tab to change the default datum types. By default, it's CSYS. It will be this way. You can see it's not the 3 datum planes, just the coordinate system. If you want to change it, as SolidWorks does, you can just click on the little gear and change to triad. And if you create a new part, you can see the effect. It's exactly the same as SolidWorks. And if you prefer to use the Y upwards, you can go to View and right-click on View, Y-axis upwards, click on it. Now it's exactly as SolidWorks. And the second configuration I'd like to show you is also from the Part tab. We check on the display element information in real time. Once you click on it, let's see what will happen. If we click on a circle, in the bottom, it will show the diameter and also the center point of the circle. If you select one edge, one line, it will show the length, just like SolidWorks does. And also, if you pay attention, I already set my background of the graphic area the same as SolidWorks. How to do that? All we have to do is very simple. We click again on the little gear, go to background, and then select the image, apply. Okay, that's all. Okay, that's the 3 configurations I'd like to show you, which can increase your working efficiency. In the last of the video, I'll show you 2 tips to use ZW3D safely and properly. The first one is the file recovery. As a designer, the least thing we want is to lose our work. So in ZW3D, you can also do the backup and recover mechanism. We can create the auto recover file in every 30 minutes, or you can change it shorter or longer. And also you can keep the revision as 1 or even more. And if you think the recover file will take too much space of your computer, you can also check this option to remove the backup files older than several days. For example, 2 days or 3 days as you want. And also you can show the reminder in every 10 minutes, 5 minutes, or 20 minutes, just like SolidWorks. That's the first tip. Another tip is to set your working folder. The working folder is more like a project folder. Once you set it, it will be the default path to open and save. For example, here we have a project. We can right-click on the file folder and set working folder. And also for the reference folders, you can also set it as quick directory, so you can access it very quickly. Now let's see what will happen. We open, and here you can see it will navigate to the working folder automatically. So things are getting easier. Last but not least, if you don't want to spend the time to do the customization and all the configuration settings, I already do it for you. All you have to do is to import the settings. For the configuration settings, you can import from here, Tool tab, User Folder Manager, and the Load Backup configurations. And for the customization, you can go to the Customize, and you can here import the hotkeys, and also import the mouse behavior, and also the mouse gesture. Okay, that's all for this video. Hope you enjoyed the ZW3D journey. Thank you.